I am addicted. Gående in. So, haha, a dramatic opening aside. My name is Gunilde, and welcome to my project time. It is my podcast about yarn, about knitting, crocheting, about what I'm working on, what I started, what I finished, when that happens, and whatever I learn about fibers and I want to share because there's always something. I do call this the project piles because I have projects and they are in piles and I keep adding to the pile. I'm gonna end up with a mountain one of these days, and somehow that's just okay with me. I don't know. But yeah, I also talk quite a bit about the weather because I am your stereotypical Icelander and the weather is fascinating. It also impacts everything that I do, so and for the past months, or basically, 2021 has been me chatting about volcanoes. Speaking of which, volcanoes still going. Guess what? Another one has been, well, not quite awakening, but in Vatnajökull, cold opening. I'm sorry. This is how it is. In Vatnajökull, there are several volcanoes beneath the glacier, and there is this river called Skaftá. And Skaftá is currently doing what we call running. That is, sea is full of meltwater, and now it is autumn. It is September. Where is the meltwater coming from? Volcanic activity underneath the glacier. There are calderas, two calderas. I can't quite remember what those two are called right now, but they've been warming up the glacier. When that happens, like, you know how you kind of have like a bowl beneath the glacier, and you have like the fire underneath. That's the volcanic activity, right? And you have the glacier on top. So it's literally like a pan on a stove. So the heat from underneath has been heating the glacier, melting it, so it fills up into these like bowls or dips underneath the glacier, and what actually lifts the glacier is like really interesting when the scientists have been explaining it. And sooner or later that water has to go somewhere, and when it goes into Skaftá, so sea runs. So that it follows that, just like with the current volcanic eruption on Reykjanes, the peninsula of Reykjanes, which, by the way, from beginning of the year that used to be a valley, it is now a mountain. It is called Fagradalsfjall. We have a mountain now. That's still ongoing. It's still cold, still doing its thing, and now we have some kind of chain reaction. Well, that sounds dire. We're not code red, or yeah, I don't think we're even code yellow. We are kind of. I'm rambling, but I can't remember the name of the volcano that's underneath Vatnajökull that's doing that, the caldera thing. Another volcano called Askja is also, well, she's not rumbling, but they are detecting some activity, which is common. It's not uncommon. Which is why it's common. I know words. But yeah, so the weather is cooling down. Thankfully, we're no longer in a heat wave, but at the same time, the ground beneath us is warming up. But yeah, so that's about the weather and the volcanic activity. And what I want to talk about is yarn. So I have not touched my skirt this week. I'm still at the same spot where I left off last weekend. I have no excuse. Well, I do. It was warm, and this is wool, pure wool. So, but I still, like, this is not going to be difficult. And that's the thing, because I'm getting so close with finishing that I'm like, drag my legs. but I need to finish this. I want to wear this winter. Like, it's gonna be so cute. Also, I started, so I want to finish it. I want to finish what I begin. Which is really easy with the other project that I did start this week. Because I had withdrawal symbols. I had withdrawal symbols. Symbols? Symptoms. Symptoms. From a pattern. From my favorite crochet pattern. I didn't know you could get withdrawal from my single pattern. But yeah. Apparently you can. So I started yet another super simple, you know, netted. It's really cute though. I'm using the, let's see, Icearn's Funny Bun. I need to remember to try and link it down below because this is so cute. It is completely synthetic. It is, where are you? 50% polyamide, so yes, it's soft. It is 40% premium acrylic and 10% polyester. So completely synthetic. It is so, like, you can feel there aren't any natural fibers in it. You can tell, but it's so soft and so nice to work with. The only drawback, and maybe I should have gone up, you know, instead of just using my favorite 5mm, or are you an 8? I think you're an 8. I think you're an 8, yes. Instead of using my regular 5mm crochet hook, maybe I should have gone up to 5.5 or an I think that's 5. Because this yarn, because of, look at those cute little bubbles, they are a tiniest bit tricky when you're like working with them. But look at the fabric. Look how cute it is. I love it a lot. Also, it's so soft. It's so soft. So, you know, you get 3 skeins in this bag. I did originally buy this yarn. I think I said before. I did originally buy the Icearn's Bunny Bun because of the Himalaya area that I got from Hopium some time ago. I also has this bubbles. But you know, the area, it has a completely different fiber content. It is 62% acrylic, 18% polyamide, 10% fine merino superwash, and 10% alpaca. I feel like you can tell immediately the difference between natural fibers and synthetic. It's like, it's completely different. I do have quite a few of those. I'm still debating what I want to make with, but I kind of want to make like a cute shawl. Something warm to wrap myself up in. Because in case you don't know, I am a shawlaholic. And shopaholic. No, I'm not that bad. But I'm a shawlaholic. Like, I like making shawls. Particularly super simple shawls. Speaking of shawls, I need to thank Judy Clemens. Because in the last video, she pointed out to me that Annie Design Crochet has a YouTube tutorial for the tendril shawl, and I took a look at it, and yes, it is. I need to make. It has been added to my list of projects to be. I need to make it. I need to, but I don't think with this, like, it would look really cute with this yarn. But what I was thinking when I was watching the video, I'm like, that would be absolutely wonderful for one of my hanks. Like, maybe one of my unicorn from Hobby. Oh, look at the colors. Or maybe, let's see, there's you 3. 1, one of the unicorns from Gaza that I got from Hopium. Look at those colors. Or maybe even Gaza's Happy Feet that I got from Hopium. These would look so cute in like a shawl like that. And now I can't decide. And this is just, you know, the ones that I have in front of me because I need one more. You know how I said last time about having yarn in front of me? That's just to keep my eyes focused. Yes. Also like this in a nice warm wraparound shawl. Like, yeah, it's a wraparound shawl. So that's what you do with shawls, you wrap them around yourself. But like this, 100% superwash merino wool with these colors. This, like, I have so many dreams, I have so many ideas. And I'm gonna start working on Monday. I'm not looking forward to it. Like, I have been absolutely spoiled these past weeks, having just vacation time, being able to do the things that I want to when I want to. So, I don't want to go to work. I'm spoiled, I know, you don't need to tell me. But yeah, so last weekend I didn't tell you about something. Like, it's not in my personal life, so you don't need to worry about it. That's fine. It's apart from the fact that I don't want to go to work. But close to my hometown, in a town called Eilstaðir. Eilstaðir is like central eastern fjords of Iceland. I like that town. That's where I spent 4 years in mentaskóli. I still don't know what you would call it in English. Like, we have a completely different system here. But from like age of 16 to 20, and you get your student degree. But I didn't write it down in my journal, but I do need the journal to remind me. The 27th of August in Eilstaðir, the police had to shoot a man. This is the second time. The last time was back in 2010, when the police in the Reykjavik were forced to shoot a man after a very hard, can't remember what the word is in English. Back in 2010, that was a tragedy all around. So, but up in Eilstaðir, 27th. So there's this man who is dating a woman. The man has a collection of firearms, because yes, guns are allowed in Iceland. We're just not allowed to carry them, because we don't do that. For very valid, good reasons. And this guy, for some reason, I don't know anything about this family, I don't know what their personal issues are, but this guy decides that he's gonna go and shoot his girlfriend's ex-husband. So he barges into the man's house with his air rifle, with his girlfriend's children in the house. Luckily he doesn't shoot them. Like, I don't know what happened, but this shooter winds up on the street, shooting out the windows in every single house in the street. Now, the main witness to this is a man who, I admire him. He kept level-headed through everything, speaking to the media. I don't know how he did it. Particularly because this is, like I said, this is the second time since 2020. It is 2021 that something like this has happened. So the media was obviously, understandably excited, like, the F. But this man, the main witness, he was working in his garage when he hears weird popping sounds, so he goes to investigate. Maybe not the smartest choice, but A. And he finds that every single window in his house has been blown out. They've been shot out. Every single window is broken. And he witnesses a standoff between the police and the shooter. According to some articles that I saw, they apparently changed shots. And the witness said he's heard the police say again and again and again, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun. Man didn't. So, and I feel sorry for a police officer. They should not have to do this. Okay, this is Iceland. This is not the norm. The police winds up shooting the man because he's not letting go of the goddamn gun. I'm angry at him. But he's fine. That's the main point. He is fine. He is recovering. So they shot him, in the stomach area where the body is the thickest and least risk of, is where the most fat is. It's like, and there has been internal investigation, and the police officer, did everything according to set rules, and it was a passion crime, because a very passionate man, who unfortunately has I think he should not have access to guns anymore, understandably, who had access and a selection of firearms, decided to go shoot his girlfriend's ex-husband for some reason. I don't know why. So the police winds up having to shoot him because he won't let go of the gun. I'm pissed off at him. So immediately, of course, they get an ambulance. He's immediately rushed to the airport straight away, straight flight over to Reykjavik to the ER, where we have very good people to take very good care of him. He's fine. The shot did hit, because you know how the lungs are? The lungs are shaped really weirdly. Apparently the shot did hit one of the lung blades, or whatever you call it in English. But he's fine, he's recovered. He's steadily recovered enough that he's been issued. Like, the proceedings are starting, but... So the police in my area, they have issued a statement, like, both about that they were going to do the internal investigation, and then again that they had done it, and they expressed their gratitude that the man was okay, because you can bet that in a tiny area they know each other. That must have been traumatic for everyone. Also, can you imagine doing that to your neighborhood? I cannot comprehend that kind of thing. Also, the children were there, like... So, yes. Immediately there was also... counseling, because this is traumatic events. So the police has gotten their counseling. Everyone in the neighborhood got the counseling. Everyone else who felt that they needed got counseling. I'm so grateful that that is something that we realized was something that needed to be done. Excuse me, angry tears. Because I am very, very grateful that it ended with no one died. The only person injured is the idiot who caused the entire situation. But I'm still happy that he's fine. So yeah. So yeah, I didn't tell you about this last weekend because I didn't know anything about... Like, I knew that shooting this standoff had taken place, but I didn't really feel like I had enough information to not make it like you know, extremely melodramatic. She says sipping coffee and crying. But yeah, yes, certain firearms are allowed in Iceland, like for hunting purposes. Obviously, hunting another human being does not fall under it. We do not carry arms because we are not under the illusion that we are, you know, under constant warfare or that we need to shoot our, you know, our fellow human beings. No. And yes, the police do not carry guns. They are armed, they do not carry arms. Because there are some people, particular politicians in Iceland, in Reykjavik, who are absolutely married to the concept of police in Iceland are so peaceful, they do not need to carry gun, la la la. They have guns, they just don't carry them. Particularly in rural areas, police have to have guns. Because sometimes some accidents do happen with animals. Like here in Eastern Fjords, we have, for example, reindeers. And there are horses all around the country. And in rural areas, accident will happen. And sometimes a horse or reindeer will be badly injured if they run in front of a car. Or sheep. Sometimes they just get out of their enclosures and they will run in front of a car. So, because most people in Iceland we don't have guns, most of us don't, and most of us don't have hunting rifles in the back of our cars because, hey, license! You actually need to be hunting in order to be carrying guns. So the police have them. So if an animal is too badly injured, we call the police to... now I'm getting sad. We need to call the police to put the animal out of its misery. I just realized that I could draw a conclusion there between having to put an animal out of its misery and the shoot. Sure. Disregard that, please. That was not... Yeah, that... No. I don't know what... dang it, I started crying. But I'm gonna call it here. I started crying. So, this has been me this weekend. I have been crocheting and just... Yes. I'm gonna go. I will see you next time. Up, down, down. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next weekend. Okay? Bless, bless. Sometimes people are just idiots.